Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here to talk about some of our ideas about e-commerce market, especially our insights from China market. We have growth in China, and as a technology enabler for e-commerce industry, we have very interesting discoveries from our journey together with our e-commerce customers in China. Let me start from our insights of how Chinese e-commerce market developed in past 20 years. In the very beginning, which is in year 2000, I think e-commerce or the e-commerce platform mainly solved one issue in China, which is bridging the information gap, where Alibaba started to have a website to have merchants' information on the website available to all the consumers, help them to easily find the product they're looking for. But at that time, there are still issues for both merchants and customers or consumers. The first one is that the merchants, they are not really confident enough, like they can have all the customers they're looking for from the website because of lacking of precise marketing or a new way of finding customers. The second thing is about the payment, right? So in the very beginning, basically, all the payment is done directly from the consumer to the merchants. We're leaving a confident issue whether the shipment will be fulfilled or after the fulfillment whether payment can be properly paid to the merchants. So an innovative idea has been created by Alibaba, which is Taobao in Chinese language, right? Alipay introduced an innovative solution to solve the confidence issue between consumer and merchants or suppliers, which is having the payment going through Alipay. Instead of paying directly before the shipment or confirm the payment after the shipment, they play a role as a mediator between the consumer and merchants to have both parties are confident that the shipment will be fulfilled and the payment will be properly placed to the merchants after the fulfillment. And a second interesting story about the second stage of e-commerce development in China is that the logistics development helped a lot. China has a very large landscape, as we all know, and we're talking about more than 3,000 kilometers from the south to the east. So the logistics definitely is a very big pain point for the consumers, because comparing, I mean, in the very beginning, I'm sure that consumers are always comparing the experience from offline to online. So if they're getting the shipment in a week, then most probably the offline solution is a better option for them. So this is where I think the e-commerce industry getting picked up in China market. And I think in the second stage, with the development stage, all the key pillars of e-commerce getting matured, including the payment method to solve the confidence issue between the merchants and consumers, the logistics solutions, which is cover all the landscape of China, even in the rural areas, and the third part is the platform usability. I think this is one of the most important things that really encouraged more consumers and merchants to have transactions on the platform. And the third stage, which is we call exploring stage. This is where story or things getting more interesting. Started from a company called Pinduoduo, where they have this idea about slashing the price, right? If I find a product which I'm interested in the platform and I want more discount, I can share a link with all my friends, relatives. If they click into the link, I can get more discount out of it. Imagine the amount of users I can help them to attract to if I have a transaction on the platform. I think in this stage, the most important thing, or the key factor of how the business can grow for all those companies during this stage is that the mobile internet penetration rate in China grew a lot as well. With the availability of 3G and 4G covering all the landscape of China, almost each and every population of China can have easily access to the mobile application of the e-commerce platform. The second part is the social media. Social media developed a lot in China market in past 20 years, I would say. And companies like Pinduoduo, Meituan, really leverage the advantage of the customer base, which is brought by social media. And the fourth stage, which is we called maturity stage. This is where the innovative technology started to contribute to the development of e-commerce market. I think a company which is very famous everywhere in the world right now, which is TikTok. In China, it's called Douyin. So I think this is where the whole game has been changed, right? So before Douyin, the basic idea that if I'm interested in something, or if I have a demand, I want to buy something, I will go to Taobao application, or I will go to other applications to find what I want, right? And then I will have a transaction on the platform. But Douyin really changed the whole story. It started from a short video or live streaming application where a lot of users consume a lot of time every day on the application. And it's very similar to offline shops. If you go to a shopping mall, you not necessarily have a clear demand of what you want. But if you see something you're interested in, you'll start to have interactions with the shop, and then finally, probably you will make a purchase over there. This is very similar to what Douyin is doing right now. So basically, I spend a lot of time to watch the short videos, live streaming, and I'm not necessarily have something I want to buy, but if the live streamer showed something which caught my interest, I probably will make a purchase. And this is where the technology plays a very important role, because in order to really acquire this transaction to happen on the platform, Douyin have to make sure that the video, a short video or live streaming content is somehow to the consumer's interest. This is where the big data, user profiling, played a very important role. So I think we are in the similar stage in the Middle East right now. This is where we believe Huawei Cloud can contribute definitely more value to the industry development. And I would like to give some detailed stories about the key players in China. Alibaba, I think, is too famous to introduce, right? They are the founder of e-commerce industry in China. They started as the first company, but after that, a lot of e-commerce platform grew even faster than Alibaba. For example, JD, which is Jingdong in China. So Jingdong entered the market a little later than Alibaba or Taobao, but they managed to capture the market in a very short period of time because they have a precise marketing strategy or precise strategy of how they can compete with Taobao, which is the top-tier user experience. As I said earlier, logistics is definitely a very big challenge for e-commerce market or industry in China. So the first thing actually JD did is that to build its own logistics system, which is a very highly reliable logistics system. I remember they had a policy called 211 or 211. So basically the idea is that if I place my order before 11 o'clock, or in some cities actually before 10 o'clock because the landscape of China, they guarantee that you will receive the shipment in the same day. And if you place the order before 11 p.m., they will guarantee you that you will receive the order second day before 3 p.m. And this really changed the game because whenever I want to buy something, I want to have it as soon as possible. And this is how they really competed with Taobao and captured a high-end market, because for those who are really willing to pay premium money, they definitely want a faster shipment and better experience. And a second thing that in the beginning of e-commerce industry development of China, the common issue is that I don't always get the best product or even not the genuine product. So JD introduced I think they're the first one to introduce the policy of genuine product guarantee. If you purchase a product from JD and it's not genuine, you will get a refund for no reason in 7 days. And that's a story about JD. And then the second story I want to tell is the Pinduoduo story, which is Temu in the overseas market. So the idea, as I touched just now, basically, the slashing thing really helped them to really capture the market in a very fast way. But there are something else like beyond that. So far, they are one of the they are the e-commerce platform with the largest amount of number in China, and they are the largest agricultural like online retail platform. And the reason they can achieve so much growth has three parts. The first one is that they have a very precise market positioning, right? So after Alibaba and JD, so part of the market has been captured. But there are like so many cities in China, right? JD and Taobao or Alibaba, they really focus on the top tier cities like Beijing, Shanghai, where all the premium users can be. And so Pinduoduo started with a strategy of entering the rural or semi-large cities, right? Positioning themselves as a distributor of agricultural products or cost-effective products. The second thing is that the ultimate supply chain. They introduced a concept of having M2C, right, in China. So they basically sourcing very large or capable manufacturers of heat-based products and then have them to the consumer right away. And they don't have a like variety of selections in the very beginning, but the volume are very big in order to attract users to have transaction or first transaction on the system. The last part, the third thing is the social virality, where whenever a user purchases something in the platform, they will introduce 3 to 5 users to the platform as well because of the slicing strategy, slashing game, right, to get more discount from the consumers. The last one I want to discuss, which is the famous one, right? As I touched just now, first one, I think in the traditional e-commerce application or platform, the common issue is that you don't really interact with the merchant themselves. Yes, there is a online messenger you can discuss with them, asking questions, but you don't see a real demonstration of the product. But TikTok changed everything, right? With live streaming and short videos. Short video will be capturing your interest, right? It's not a matter of you have a demand on some product or not, but if they show it to you, or if you see a live video or short video which has something you're interested in, they can bring you right away to a live streaming where you can really interact with the platform or with the merchant to ask questions about the size, the color, or some of the information you won't be able to acquire from the website, from a simple introduction. And this get the online shopping experience very close to offline because you're really interacting with someone. You can address to your concern right away, and they will address your concern right away. And the key behind it, as I said, is again it's a user profiling technology or big data analytic platform, right? So I'm sure that most of you has been using TikTok, right? Everyone's TikTok is different. If you open TikTok, the content presented to you are basically already tailored according to your profile, according to your history of interacting with the platform or with the content. So that's the story about 3 e-commerce platforms in China. I think in summary, we believe that there are 3 key elements to stimulate the sustained growth of e-commerce industry or of any e-commerce platform. The first one is the consumer. We need to continuously acquire consumers and explore customer value. I think from the big trend is that from the extensive operation where we want to make sure everything is in the right place, everything is in the right manner, to precise targeting or precise engaging. We need to find the customer from the day one or consumer from the day one. The second part is the product. After we acquire the user, the most important thing, of course, is push the right product to them. So from promotion, from the concept of promotion to acquire more ideas for how the user can be interested in the product. we want to expand premium products. And the third part is the store. Whether it's online or offline, we should maintain the optimal shopping experience. And from HUAWEI Cloud, we are thriving to provide our technology in order to accomplish the three key elements in e-commerce industry. And this is some of our offerings, from precise search, which is make sure that to make sure that we are reaching the target user from the very beginning, to agile transaction to provide optimal experience to the users and also the merchants if you are an open merchant platform. And then real-time interactions in order to enhance the experience of the users or provide online or offline alike experience for all the online consumers. So that's my sharing, and we as HUAWEI Cloud, we wish to unlock the innovation and growth of e-commerce and retail market in the Middle East. Thank you.